Have you ever thought about what would happen if Qui-Gon Jinn had survived? There are tons of theories and videos discussing this topic, each offering a unique perspective on how the story could have changed. To save you some time and make things simpler, I'm going to break down the 4 most likely scenarios of what would have happened if Qui-Gon had lived. First up, let's talk about Anakin Skywalker. If Qui-Gon had survived his duel with Darth Maul, he would probably have taken on the role of Anakin's mentor. Unlike the Jedi Council, Qui-Gon had a more open-minded view of the Force. He believed in trusting instincts and emotions, which could have helped Anakin navigate his complicated feelings. Under Qui-Gon's guidance, Anakin might have learned to understand his emotions better, helping him manage his fears and attachments, issues that ultimately led him down a dark path under Palpatine's influence. Imagine Qui-Gon guiding Anakin through his early years, teaching him to find balance between emotion and discipline. This support could have helped Anakin avoid being manipulated by Palpatine, steering him away from the dark side altogether. With Qui-Gon by his side, Anakin's story could have taken a much brighter turn, leading to a more hopeful future for the Chosen One. What if Qui-Gon had encouraged Anakin to express his feelings rather than suppress them? This could lead to healthier relationships with Padme Amidala and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Instead of feeling isolated and misunderstood, Anakin might have felt supported and understood, reducing his vulnerability to Palpatine's manipulations. Moreover, Qui-Gon's mentorship could have instilled in Anakin a sense of humility and patience, qualities that he struggled with in canon. By learning to embrace the light side of the Force fully, Anakin could become a powerful Jedi who uses his abilities for good rather than fear. Next, let's consider Qui-Gon's role during the Clone Wars. He could have served as both a Jedi soldier and a wise advisor. His insights would have been crucial in shaping how the Jedi approached the war. Known for questioning the strict rules of the Jedi Council, Qui-Gon might have pushed for more diplomatic solutions instead of jumping straight into battle. He would encourage other Jedi to think carefully about their actions and their impact on the galaxy. With Qui-Gon's experience guiding them, we might see a more cautious Jedi Order, one that values peace over conflict. His presence could lead to important changes in battles and decisions made during the war. By promoting thoughtful reflection among Jedi leaders, Qui-Gon's influence could help prevent some of the tragedies that occurred during this chaotic time. Imagine Qui-Gon advocating for peace talks with separatist leaders instead of rushing into combat. This approach could lead to fewer casualties on both sides and perhaps even an earlier resolution to the conflict. His wisdom might inspire other Jedi to seek out non-violent solutions whenever possible. Furthermore, Qui-Gon's survival could lead to stronger alliances with other factions in the galaxy. Count Dooku's fall to darkness is another key moment in Star Wars history that could have been different if Qui-Gon had survived. Since Count Dooku was once Qui-Gon's master, their connection might have kept him from turning to the Sith. It is true that at the start of Tales of the Jedi, we could already see Dooku turning to the dark side. However, if Qui-Gon had survived, then possibly Count Dooku would have grabbed a path aligned with the light side. This doesn't mean it would have happened for certain, but there was still doubt inside Count Dooku after Qui-Gon had been killed. Additionally, if Dooku had not fallen to darkness, he might have been able to mentor other Jedi who were struggling with their own doubts about the Order, and maybe instead of leaving the Order to become a Sith, both Qui-Gon and Count Dooku would have been able to find a neutral ground outside the Jedi Order, such as helping with the training of Anakin Skywalker. Finally, one of Qui-Gon's most important contributions to the Order is his understanding of life after death through the Force. If he had lived longer, he might have uncovered Chancellor Palpatine's true identity as Darth Sidious. His deep connection to the Force could lead him straight to Palpatine's manipulations. Imagine if Qui-Gon's insights allowed him to rally other Jedi against Sidious before it was too late. This proactive approach could prevent many of the tragedies we see unfold during the prequel trilogy. Plus, his teachings about life after death could inspire future generations of Jedi to embrace connections beyond physical existence. By detecting Palpatine's true nature early on, Qui-Gon might unite the Jedi Council against him before he can execute Order 66. This united front would make it much harder for Sidious to manipulate events from behind the scenes. Furthermore, Qui-Gon's understanding of life after death could lead him to train other Jedi in this knowledge sooner than in canon. Imagine Yoda and Obi-Wan learning about this vital aspect from Qui-Gon while they are still active members of the Order. This knowledge would empower them as they face their own challenges later on. Let's imagine that if Qui-Gon Jinn had survived, we would have seen significant changes across various stories within Star Wars, from guiding Anakin toward light to preventing Dooku's fall and detecting Sith plots early on. Qui-Gon's survival could reshape not just individual destinies, but also alter galactic history itself. What do you think? How would you picture this alternate timeline? Would you like to see more stories exploring these ideas? Share your thoughts in the comments below.